Welcome back to The Talk tonight. As the crisis in the Middle East continues, a Syracuse University student is trying to make people safer in Israel thanks to a new app he helped create. Benjamin Honig, a senior at the iSchool, partnered with another young entrepreneur from Israel to develop the Iron Dome app. It shows you all the sirens going off when rockets are shot into Israel and gives users real-time push notifications if sirens go off or if there's a warning issued, and it'll tell you to take cover when a threat is imminent. Michael Benny joins us now for The Talk tonight. A really interesting concept, sort of taking the latest in technology, which are these apps, and it's not just, games and fun anymore. This kid is really trying to keep people in Israel safe.
It's a great idea, and Israel had not been really on the radar of Americans in general until this recent push of violence that's taken place. It comes and goes over time, depending on what's going on, depending on your connection there. And as we had showed, our friend and photographer Louis Carpel had been over there recently. I had another friend who was over there during this time, and it's scary if you're a visitor. But if you live there regularly, it's a different situation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I also spoke with the co-creator, Arik Sossman, who is this guy from Israel originally. And he said that he has a lot of family and friends that still live there. And that there is sort of this apathy because they have sort of spent their whole lives listening to these sirens go off and again. Here's what he had to tell us today.
This app, Iron Dome, doesn't discriminate to Jews, Arabs, Christians. It's meant to save the lives of anyone in Israel. We built the app because we saw the mess that was going on out there, and we really wanted to help.
I've heard of people who have not bothered waking up right in the middle of the night when there were sirens. And I thought that it is extremely important to people to actually realize and be woken up when their life is in danger.
So fascinating to hear that you call it apathy, but it's become so routine for so many people. It's sort of like when we were in college. Did you ever not leave for the smoke alarm when it was going off? You know what I mean? And you thought, well, they're not going to come in and find me here. But to think that this is happening on such a large scale in Israel is incredible. It's also a testament to the brain power that's coming out of Syracuse University and that iSchool. I mean, we have a gem on that campus when it comes to some of the most forward thinkers when it comes to these things, which we're all carrying, and many more will be carrying in the years to come.
You hope that something like this really is a financial success too. And it's one thing to start an app and be proud of the work you do, but it doesn't really get sustained unless it can be used as a business or a business model. I mean, how do you work in advertising into an app that's about Iron Dome, rocket protection? I don't know, or maybe it has to be something that gets paid for over time. But I think it's just such great ingenuity and the use of mobile technology to really, if it saves lives, it's great.
It is on the iPad right now, and you can take a look at this Iron Dome. It gives you a map. There's a current app that's out there that did something similar, but it didn't include a map. So now you can sort of like zoom into Tel Aviv and different places, and then you can see it'll give you, where these rockets are hitting, exactly what time. So it really kind of puts great information in people's hands. There's a siren, a really, really loud siren that will go off on your phone. So, for example, if you're sleeping in the middle of the night, it'll wake you right up. They said it's even louder than some of the sirens that are going on throughout the towns and the villages.
It's worth noting, too, and Megan, you brought this up after you talked to both of these guys, that this is not an app that's used just for Jews, just for Arabs. This is for anybody who lives in that region who's concerned about their personal safety. It's not based on the very issues that are keeping people apart. In fact, it brings them together and being able to be safe. So, good idea in that respect.
And these guys also told me today that they have a number of apps in the pipeline. They would like to sort of stay with this safety initiative, but they also, they want to go to Silicon Valley and see where else this will take them.
Who doesn't want to go there these days? I mean, that's where where the big money is, for sure. As always, we appreciate you joining us for this discussion. Our talk will continue in just a moment. You can post comments about this on our CNY Central Facebook page.